Church response to trans community. Are all Christian churches against LGBTQ plus existence? Politicians and LGBTQ plus advocates attended a vigil in Edmonds Tuesday night after hateful anti-trans flyers were placed on cars at two local churches known to welcome queer people. Snohomish County Executive Dave Summers, State Senator Manka Deringa, Edmonds Mayor Mike Nelson, and other Snohomish and King County officials spoke at Edmonds United Methodist Church, EUMC, last night. Courtney Wooten, who chairs the Snohomish County Human Rights Commission, and Mitch Hunter from Gen Pride were also scheduled to speak. Authorities in Kirkland and Edmonds are investigating both incidents. It is still unclear who placed the flyers or why, but both churches have a long history of supporting trans and queer people. In 2015, EUMC voted to join the Reconciling Ministries Network, which seeks to include LGBTQ people in the practices and policies of the United Methodist Church. This move led to its most conservative members leaving the congregation, which has shrunk its peak of more than 1,000 people to around 680 today. Well, bravo to the Edmonds United Methodist Church for standing up and doing what they had to do to protect members of their community and their congregation who identify as LGBTQ plus. I applaud them for doing that. Anti-trans flyers on people's car. Nothing new, I'm afraid. We're seeing more and more of it. But kudos to them for doing what they had to do to stand by their congregation and the people who identify as LGBTQ and their families and friends.
That's what love looks like.
Yes.
Not screaming hateful things, not diminishing people, not telling them that they're sinners or, whatever. No, that's what love looks like.
Yes.
This is your home, and we're going to share. These people have a privilege that they would not have to suffer that, but they've stepped out of their privilege to be in solidarity with the people they say they love. Now they're taking the brunt of it too. That's what love looks like. That's what faith looks like.
Yes.
That's the gospel.
And when I see this story, this is a reminder to really all houses of worship to be mindful about threats that they might receive or things that might happen to their church community, but also to then have a community to come around them and support them and to love them.
Right.
And I think that's the part about a church that is a part of a community where everyone can celebrate who people are and respect them for who they are. And kudos to the whole community for coming together and standing up and standing out.
And this isn't abstract for us. We have we get hate mail, sometimes ghoulishly illustrated, with ugly in the mail, sometimes email, sometimes phone messages. We've had people stand up in church and say difficult things or horrible things, not often, because 90 seconds later they're no longer there. We have a special prayer room that suspiciously doubles as the parking lot, and we just get them right out. But no, we've had people praying against us across the street with rosaries, praying, because that's what it's for, right? And so they're praying against us with their placards and saying terrible things. We've had people make videos about us and then post those videos online where they're taking a thing out of context, make a sort of a movie of it, play diabolical music, or what they think is diabolical. It might actually be pretty good music, and just put it out there, trying to scare people about what we are. A church worshiping, or even having fun. Like sometimes we'll have a concert or a movie or a picnic. Just dastardly things, right? And so, but no, we have these attacks and threats. There was a couple of years where we had someone whose job was to be the mail opener. Like mass.
I remember
that. We had a mail opener. So we have people who have either left a position in the church, maybe it's an usher in the choir, because they felt too exposed, or they left the church altogether. Now, we have never had a violent incident, but it is still threatening to have people shouting mean things to you while they're holding their rosary beads, or they send you, usually unsigned, horrible, ugly letters, or you post a good thing. We're posting sermons for the world to see. If you want to. If you don't, keep scrolling. There's a zillion things on social media. You don't have to stop at ours, but they will stop. Sometimes watch 2 minutes. I think sometimes not even that. They just see the headline, and then they've got a scripture, because somehow between our 75 years of seminary between us, we didn't catch the one scripture.
We were all sick that day.
Right? And so, but no, this idea of feeling attacked, it's something we signed up for. I bet these majority straight cisgender Methodists didn't. And that they are standing with people, standing on the side of love as we sing, standing on the side of love. That's the witness. That's who we want to be.
Yes.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.